मॉर्निंग बे आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते
नमस्कार
वनकम
नमस्कार
खुशामदीद
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामी नारायण
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेन्द्र
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे याली मदद.
मलाली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी बदलक मॉर्निंग ईसा बराबर जन हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा मैं सिर्फ फालतू बाबा
And of course myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और ड्राइव टाइम शो that's gonna make it totally exciting and totally mastani bandajani and totally I think cooling for all of you during this excessive heat wave that we're experiencing.
I know I thought it's over are we still going to be having the heat wave already
I don't know Altibaba, but all the news that I'm seeing is like how we've gotten baked the whole Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
And of course, but just some places had really high temperatures. They recorded up to close to around 130 as well. Actually, that's the highest across the world. Is what they're saying. Well, Banjan, luckily, it was not too bad in this parts of the of our Bay Area, Banjan, as in the South Bay and even San Francisco, for the matter, was not that very bad. I would say it was good. It was hot, yes, it was, but that's the that was something which was anticipated already, and I think people did take precautions.
Right.
Drinking a lot of water and everything, right?
I hope so. And of course, Altibaba, do you have a update on the traffic for us today? I don't think many people are on the road today, are they?
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know. Today I felt like it was again the pandemic traffic.
Oh, we'll talk about that, Banjam. We'll get in the news for that for sure. लेकिन अभी देखते हैं what's on the road. रास्ते का हाल total सस्ते में.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Well, Badani, you're kind of right. The volume of traffic seems to be low right now on the roads. Matlab, if you're trying to get to your destination, probably get there early. But there are some incidents to watch out for, Baljan. Like, for instance, the highway advisory on 92 eastbound and westbound on the San Mateo Bridge. Watch out for that. And also, there's an accident on 80. Westbound east of Bay Bridge, meeting lights and the meeting lights in Oakland. There's an accident there. The right lane is blocked. Expect delays in that region. And of course, if you look at the East Bay, pretty much 880 southbound entering at the 98th Avenue in Oakland. There is an accident reported there, which is CHP is on the scene. Watch out, but drive very carefully. 880 coming down south Bandajan. Again, near the 92 eastbound, there's actually a traffic hazard reported. On the shoulder, so watch out for that. The 880 and other freeways are looking smooth today. They're looking green. Matlab, there's no congestion forming anywhere. So probably the volume of traffic has come down, or has Fauci's warning about the mask mandate came back for Delta variant. Is it something impacting people? We don't know. We'll go check it up on the news bulletin. So without any delay, let's go and check out what is the news for today.
Well, Banjan, one way that you can stay cool is by downing sugar-loaded Slurpee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, Altibaba, yeah, I don't know if you know that 7-Eleven, right?
Yeah.
Every year they celebrate for the past 94 years. They've been celebrating the
7-Eleven, yes, 7-Eleven, July 11th.
Day. Yeah, July 11th.
Yesterday.
Yeah, but they cancelled it for the second year in a row due to the pandemic.
No.
Yes, they did. But they have actually come forward and they've said that if you want to get a free medium Slurpee, you can still get it throughout the month of July. Throughout the month of July, not just on 7-Eleven, but throughout the month of July. But you have to have a coupon that they dropped in their 7 Rewards app. And you will get a free Slurpee. So one way to stay cool. I thought that might be important for you to
If
know.
everybody wants a free Slurpee, I do have a coupon. I am a regular visitor to the place. I don't drink Slurpees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have an app also, Falguni.
Yeah, me neither. But let me tell
I
you.
have an app, I said.
You have the 7-Eleven Rewards app?
Yes, I do.
Good Lord, Altibaba, how much do you eat and drink there? That you have an app.
Quite a lot.
Well, Badija, let's tell you that a brutal heat wave is punishing the US West Coast, West actually, and it pushed temperatures towards all-time record highs for a third day on Sunday as Death Valley in California scorched at 130 degrees Fahrenheit night, and was one of the hottest spots on the planet. A thermometer outside Furnace Creek Visitor Center in the heart of Death Valley showed 134 degrees Fahrenheit before 4 p.m. on Sunday, although a National Park Service ranger said it typically measured higher than the official reading. The National Weather Service recorded temperature on Saturday of 130 degrees there, and it would be verified as the highest ever recorded on planet Earth. A ranger even measured the sidewalk temperature outside the visitor center at, guess how much, Aldubaba?
How much?
178 degrees Fahrenheit on Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah, they just wanted to see how hot it gets, apparently. Well, either ways, this U.S. Pacific Northwest heat wave is baking wheat and is killing fruit crops. An unprecedented heat wave and ongoing drought in the U.S. Pacific Northwest is damaging white wheat coveted by Asian buyers and forcing fruit farm workers to harvest in the middle of the night to salvage crops and avoid deadly heat. The extreme weather is another blow to farmers who have struggled with labor shortages and higher transportation costs during the pandemic and may further fuel global food inflation. Identifying the remains in the Florida condo collapse now is very arduous as the death toll rises. It rose by 4 to 94 on Monday as identifying remains became progressively difficult with the recovery effort in its 19th day. Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava said due to the passage of time, recovery workers are leaning more heavily on the medical examiner's office to identify recovered bodies, an undertaking that is very methodical and takes time, Levine Cava said at the briefing. A judge, a U.S. judge on Monday appeared likely to reprimand Sidney Powell, excuse me, a former campaign lawyer for Donald Trump and other attorneys over a lawsuit they filed in Michigan seeking to overturn Democratic President Joe Biden's election victory. U.S. District Judge Linda Parker in Detroit suggested that pro-Trump lawyers should have investigated the Republican former president's voter fraud claims now more carefully before suing. Should an attorney be sanctioned for his or her failure to withdraw allegations the attorney came to know were untrue, Parker said during a court hearing held by video conference, is that sanctionable behavior? She said that she thought that the affidavits in the case had been submitted in bad faith. And Altababa was talking about the COVID third wave. Well, let's talk a little bit about the vaccine. Pfizer and US health officials are going to discuss COVID boosters today, Bandujan. They are meeting with federal health officials. The vaccine maker Pfizer reps are meeting with federal health officials as soon as today to discuss the need for a booster dose for the coronavirus vaccine as it prepares to seek authorization, the company said on Sunday. The meeting comes after the drug maker and its partner BioNTech SE announced plans to seek US and European regulatory approval for a third dose of the COVID-19 shot amid the spread of variants and data they said showed heightened risk of infection 6 months after the initial inoculation. Speaking of that, the WHO has actually condemned it, and they have said that it is not a good idea when so many people in the world still don't have vaccines. The focus should be on getting them the vaccines as opposed to focusing on getting booster shots to countries where people are already inoculated or vaccinated. Also, the World Health Organization's chief scientist on Monday advised against people mixing and matching COVID-19 vaccines from different manufacturers, calling it a dangerous trend since there was little data available about the health impact. It's a little bit of a dangerous trend here. We're in a data-free, evidence-free zone as far as mix and match, Soumya Swaminathan told an online briefing. In news from across the Bay Area, Bunajan, parking enforcement rules resume in San Mateo. A heads up, parking enforcement is resuming in San Mateo. Until now, only downtown parking had been enforced, but as the recovery moves forward, leaders want to pull all commercial parking enforcement back in place right now. California Governor Gavin Newsom is facing a recall. Here's what to know about that particular recall and why he will likely win. He will make history as the second California governor to ever face a recall election. Californians will decide whether to recall this governor in a special election on September 14th. At this point, it would be shocking if the recall succeeded, says a GOP strategist. And the effort to throw Governor Gavin Newsom out of office has been dominating political headlines in the Golden State for months. And Newsom's recall may come as a surprise, especially given his steady popularity in the blue state since he defeated his GOP opponent in 2018. He will likely prevail because prior to Newsom, the first governor to face a recall election was the then Governor Gray Davis, a Democrat who lost to Republican Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 2003 recall election. Unlike Davis, however, experts and recent polling indicates that Newsom will likely survive the recall and defeat the nearly 60 candidates who are running against him. 60 candidates. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but you know the reason why why he probably was gonna stay back and not lose.
Because he pulled the state out of the pandemic.
No, people are so blind. They just know there's a surplus in California right now. That's enough
Well,
to get him back on the.
which is kind of, he can't take credit for it, right?
Well, people don't know why the surplus has happened, right?
Yeah,
People have paid more taxes actually.
yeah.
If you ask me, people have paid more taxes, and that's the reason we have a surplus. Why? Because this governor, everybody. I'm not going to endorse anybody for the jet.
Well, Newsom's I'm going to tell you, whatever it is, his most, guess who's running against him, Altu Baba?
No.
There's like a bunch of really, media celebrity kind of people who are running against him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, that's a reality television star.
Oh my God, that's got to be dangerous right now.
Yeah. Former U.S. Representative John Cox of Sacramento. Former Mayor of San Diego, Kevin Faulconer. And then, and they're all running. And of course, this Caitlyn Jenner is running with the help of Donald Trump's former campaign manager.
Yeah, because
Brad Pascal.
she actually is running as a GOP candidate, Patrick Richard.
Yeah. Yes, Panjan. That's something that we need to keep in mind as well. Well, let's tell you, if you're heading back to your office and you're listening to us on the road right now, you're not alone. Google has started to welcome back some of its employees at its offices. The company is reopening its California offices on a voluntary basis. And this is a key step as Google prepares to require most workers to return to the office at least 3 days a week starting in September. For now, the tech giant won't require workers to be vaccinated, but those who provide proof can remove their masks at the office. President Joe Biden is going to be talking crime with city police leaders from across the country, and he's actually going to be meeting even Mayor Sam Liccardo. President Joe Biden will host New York City's Democratic mayoral candidate and other new city and law enforcement leaders from across the country to talk about reducing crime. The other news that we also had is that he is meeting with San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo also with regard to the same situation. In news from across the world, Afghan special forces have moved in on the Taliban only to find that they had melted away. Cuba is blaming its unrest on U.S. asphyxiation with all the sanctions as Biden backs the protests that are going on in Cuba. And in news from India, Bandajan, Sirisha Bandla, the third Indian American to fly into space, becomes the third Indian American. She's Andhra Pradesh born Sirisha Bandla, and she flew into space when she joined British billionaire Richard Branson and 4 others on board Virgin Galactic Spaceship 2 Unity. And an Indian doctor in the United States is on a mission to reduce people's belly fat. Who is this doctor? You can actually go check it out on MediaMahima.com. We will share that information with you. And finally, the news with regards to the economic situation in India is that Indians are now offloading gold heirlooms as the coronavirus financial pain deepens across the country. So more on all this you'll find on MediaMahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Bay. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. But here is, what is this, Aldova?
A new song by the Jan, composition of Shankar Ehsaan Loy for the movie, Tufan.
This is the Kane Ka Keeda Banjan.
Star Head to Banjan.
स्टार है तू दिलदार है तू
ओ मेरा यार है तू मत करिए गड़बड़ रे
स्टार है तू दिलदार है तू
ओ मेरा यार है तू मत करिए गड़बड़ रे
Hi, this is Farhan Akhtar and you're listening to Radio The Hotties, where the entertainment just keeps getting hotter.
Great music, Vidyajan, for the best in entertainment and the best in music and the hottest tracks ever. You can get it on radio.